Welcome to the Jacks-Rangers Show, a New England Free Jacks fan podcast. And now, Rangers, here's your host, Phil Harris.
Huzzah, Rangers. This is your boy, Phil Harris, here at the Jacks-Rangers Show. And I'm joined with a very, very special guest this time around. His name is Wills. Wills, how the hell are you?
Doing good, thanks, mate. That's awesome to see the future Mrs. Ranger there.
That's right.
Ringing the intro to the video. So, great to be back on the show, and I'm looking forward to the curly questions that you have as always, Phil.
I appreciate everything that you've given us over the years in terms of exclusives that we've had on the show. Couldn't get quite an exclusive this evening. We did want to let everybody know that if you haven't heard, Wheels is actually leaving the New England Free Jacks on to greener pastures. He, of course, is the former community and academy manager for the three-time defending MLR champions, New England Free Jacks. What have you been up to in the off season?
Have you got connection?
I think we've got some issues on your end there, buddy.
Yeah, let me join on phone. Sorry, mate.
No worries, Tom. All right, we'll drop Wheels out. So for those that haven't heard, Wheels is leaving the New England Free Jacks, as I said earlier. He will be going back to his homeland of New Zealand and working for maybe the greatest sports brand of all time, other than, of course, the United States. Internationally speaking, he is going to be working for the New Zealand All Blacks, and we're going to talk about everything involving his new appointment there in his home country of New Zealand. Wills is back with us now. Wills, there you are, my friend.
Yeah, sorry, mate. You get the mobile version of me, but
no worries.
Yeah.
Appreciate you jumping back on here. But let's talk about what you've been up to in the off season, though.
Yeah, mate. No, off season's been has been really cool, actually. Obviously, probably a bit more of a difficult off season than in previous years, with the changes happening throughout the league and all of that sort of good stuff. But we've been out in the community as usual with some clinics happening there and bringing the shields around the region. We obviously had a number of awesome events that the clubs attended, like the Head of the Charles. We were up in the beautiful Seacoast, New Hampshire, and Portland, Maine. So it's honestly been a really cool way to round out my time here at the club, to be honest. And we've got our full development program happening at the moment. We've got 50 kids down there on a Sunday in Weymouth, training for the next footy season. So it's all been great.
That's awesome. Of course, the development is a process by which the Free Jacks go through. If I'm recalling correctly, were you trying to identify certain talent that may make the MLR roster? Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly right, Matt. I think mainly just giving kids those extra developmental opportunities. I think the high school season is just it's quite a short window here in Massachusetts. So making sure that we're giving additional development opportunities to those kids that really want to pursue rugby as a career one day. And with Major League Rugby changing to more of a domestic-based competition, it's more important to keep those kids going,
Exactly. With the international roster spots reducing in the upcoming season, that is huge to have that domestic talent on hand, and just, a phone call away potentially for a call up or that sort of thing, keeping these kids in the system and in the region, of course, as you would say, to make sure that maybe one day some of these kids are going to be in the red, white, and blue for real, playing in MLR. So it's very, very exciting. Of course, we talked about it very, very at the beginning. We had some technical difficulties, but you are departing the New England Free Jacks. I'm sure it's quite bittersweet for you. We did have some questions from the Rowdy Rangers, some priority questions asking about your departure. What is your role going to be with New Zealand Rugby?
Yeah. No, as you said earlier, very, very bittersweet to be leaving, and I'm sure the Rowdy Rangers have some more questions, but I've loved it here. And my role back home in New Zealand will be, I guess, officially the national teams and pathways administrator. So making sure that all of the teams in black get to where they need to be, and making sure that all of the paperwork's done, and when all of our teams go on tours, I guess I'll be helping construct those, and just continuing to make sure those teams function at the highest level possible. And oh mate, it's honestly, it is a bit of a dream come true. You grow up watching those teams in New Zealand, so to be able to contribute to those teams now is going to be really special.
It's an incredible accomplishment for you. I mean, that is an amazing, amazing thing. I mean, this is a huge promotion for folks that aren't aware. I mean, New Zealand Rugby is the winning brand of rugby globally in this entire world. I mean, they have the best winning percentage out of any professional sports franchise ever, I believe. So it's one of those things. I'm just so happy for you to get that job. It has to be a dream job for you for sure, to do something for this region for those years and have that build up on your resume, and for you to be hired by this amazing organization, the New Zealand All Blacks, excuse me, is quite the accomplishment. So good on you for pursuing your dreams like that. It's really, really cool to see, man.
Nah, thanks, Phil. I really appreciate that. And I was saying to TK a few days ago, if I didn't make the jump over here to Boston and join the Free Jacks, I don't think an opportunity like this would have ever come my way. So eternally grateful to the club and for what TK and Mags have given me over the years to come here and just get stuck in. And oh man, I'm going to miss so much about this place and the people and the fans. Yeah, one of a kind, really.
I'm sure you'll be a fan for life, though. You'll be watching the New England Free Jacks from afar, so that's always kind of cool. And you'll be able to tell everybody, "Hey, I was in New England, and they're the 3-time champions," and all that sort of fun stuff. And watch MLR and all of that. So yeah, very, very cool. I've got to get out there at some point. I've never been to New Zealand. I'm going to South Africa before New Zealand, which is kind of crazy because that's you guys' biggest rival in rugby. But yeah, I will make it down there at some point, and we will have a pint together at some point in the future for sure.
Oh mate, that sounds great to me.
Heck yeah. Let's talk about what quirk have you picked up from New England that you were excited to introduce people to in New Zealand? Any quirk that you like around here?
Geez, that's a great question. Thankfully, not the accent. That was the one thing I was worried I might contract from my time here. What quirk? Oh, geez. Probably my driving. I'd say my driving skills have improved thoroughly. Just being here in the chaos of the morning and afternoon rush. I've just learnt to deal with it. And I remember going back home to New Zealand for the holidays, and I was like, "This is a breeze." So yeah, mind you, I'll say that now, and hopefully nothing happens in the future. But yeah, probably my driving, and I think just probably the ability to deal with different types of people. You obviously get to travel from state to state here and Major League Rugby, and you meet different characters and people from different walks of life, and just learning how to get along with different types of people that have different things that make them tick. I think that's going to be a good one. Yeah,
for sure, and you can use that going forward in your future opportunities in life.
Totally.
That's something that I don't think people quite realize is obviously the players on the pitch, they're developing their skills to go on to bigger and better leagues, but also the staff are doing the exact same thing. You guys have dream jobs, you have ambitions beyond New England, so you're just building up your resume and building up your experience to go on and do bigger and better things. Obviously MLR is not the most prestigious league in the world right now, and also not the most financially beneficial league in the world. Maybe we'll get there one day, but it's a great opportunity as a proving ground, not just for players, but also for staff. So like I said, I'm extremely excited for you. A bright future ahead, of course, for Wheels. What advice do you have for the incoming community and academy manager that will be taking your place?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Yeah, look, we're a tight-knit staff at the Free Jacks, and you've got to be prepared to go above and beyond, and I guess express yourself over different areas of the company. I think that's probably the thing that I really.
Uh-oh, we've lost Wheels again.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry, Steve Lewis from Rugby New York just tried to call me. So
okay.
I'm back.
Okay,
the former Rugby United New York Gloucestershire. Yeah, mate. So as I was saying, I think you've got to be prepared to throw yourself into different areas of the organisation, and that's probably the thing I've enjoyed the most about the Free Jacks is being able to get those different sort of experiences within the organisation, whether that be marketing or sponsorship or being boots on the ground with the kids and getting stuck in there. So yeah, I'd say to the next person, just be prepared for a roller coaster of rugby, and be prepared to be versatile and go above and beyond to really make this thing work. As you know, rugby's not a 9-to-5 job, so yeah, that's what I'd say. But it's going to be the time of your life. That's for sure.
I mean, do you have to be super flexible when you're working for the New England Free Jacks because it is such a lean and mean staff? I mean, you could be, working concessions one day and the next day you're in front of the kids at elementary school teaching them to play rugby. I'll never forget. Mags told me one time in one of these interviews, he's like, "We look for people that are like willing to unclog toilets. If that is something that has to come about, then that's gonna be your job for the next 3 hours is to unclog that toilet because people have to do their thing." So yeah.
Yes, thankfully, I didn't quite get myself into any of those terrible sewage
Right.
situations, but you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's the thing. You never know. In your extremely popular and productive tenure as community and academy manager, what are you most proud of?
Yeah, oh man, so many things, eh? And I was trying to think of a few today. You know what it's like when you're in the heat of the moment. It's hard to find the exact ones, but I was saying to TK, probably just being able to have a platform to really share the joys of the sport.
Yeah.
A sentiment that Mag says, and it always sticks with me, is that rugby really is a vehicle that is used to bring people joy, and I truly believe that the sport can help transform lives. And I
Yes.
think over the past 4 years, I've really seen great examples of that. And I think all of the school visits and the stuff we're doing with the YMCA, but I think most fondly in my heart is the Boys and Girls Club of Dorchester relationship we had, and seeing the All Jacks be unveiled this year,
Right.
and take the field and play that little mini game. That's probably one of my most, proudest moments to date in life. Coaching those kids every Wednesday and seeing them get the opportunity to shine in front of their family and friends. Yeah, that's probably a moment that'll stick with me till I'm in the grave, really. And I know that good work will continue for sure.
Good. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. It was a bit of a tearjerker when that did take place. I mean, all those kids out there on the pitch. I mean, there's nothing better than that, right? And it is a
Yeah.
great way to bring joy. Rugby is a joyous sport, and definitely, making an impact on many, many kids and youth's lives throughout New England. And you're a huge part of that. So thank you again for your time here in New England. Let's go over to. I know you're going to Chicago, right, in a couple days to
Yeah.
see your All Blacks play against Ireland. It is a rematch there in Chicago. A lot of Free Jacks fans are making that trek as well. What is your score prediction for the game, and how does the New Zealand beat the Green Boys?
Great question. Obviously, you know which side I'm going to take.
Yes.
But yeah, the score. Oh, I'm going to go for a big one. I'm going to go 43-17 in favour of the All Blacks.
Wow.
I think, yeah, obviously the last time they played in Soldier Field, the Irish
Mhm.
got the rub of the green and had a great win. And I mean, All Blacks have named a really consistent squad for this match, and I know Ireland have got a few boys out an injury and probably not as much maybe experience as they'd like.
Mhm.
So I think the All Blacks just really have to beat them up front and let their backs out wide do their magic thing, and I can't wait for that. It's a great way to finish out my time here in America, and then
Right.
I'm at, yeah, I'm actually heading off to the UK after that to watch them play at Twickenham and Murrayfield as well. So
Very cool.
yeah, Kenny and Barb have looked after me in Scotland, and yeah, catching
That's
up with some
awesome.
mates in
Yeah, I was
London.
just about to ask you because I know that Kenny was on here yesterday, and he's going to be there in attendance. Of course, he's a season ticket holder there at Murray Field, so that'd be cool if you can hook up with him. And then I was going to ask you, are you going to be a fan just for this game, or are you in like an official capacity for the All Blacks? You going to be wearing a black polo or what?
Oh mate, I'm going to be a fan in the bleachers, probably 8 beers deep, loving the
Nice.
game. So
Love that.
I'm going with a bunch of the Boston Irish Wolfhounds boys from here in Boston, the club that I've been playing for the past couple of years. So I think I'm
Awesome.
the token New Zealander on that trip, and yeah, I look forward to getting stuck into them. It should be good fun. But yeah, nah, it's a cool way to, I guess, start my next chapter is watching them play before I dive into it.
That's so cool for you, man. That's awesome. Let's talk about Halloween. I talked with Kenny last night. Obviously, you guys not born and raised in the United States. It's a
Yeah,
bit it's a very very large big holiday here. People take it very seriously. Is Halloween a thing in New Zealand like it is here?
yeah, it definitely is. Definitely not as on steroids as it is in America. But yeah, I remember the days trick or treating, and you always used to go and knock on a few houses that gave you a few swear words and said, "Get off my get off my
Love
porch."
that.
So probably not as welcoming on the trick-or-treating front in New Zealand, but
Sure.
yeah, we're actually a group of us on Friday are dressing up and heading to I think an event there in Chicago. So I'm
That's
going as
cool.
the Pope. So if you see me in a Pope costume, I apologise.
That's perfect. Yeah.
That's just what I got drawn.
Apologies right now for all the Catholics that may be offended by that. But yeah, that's a fantastic costume because the Pope is from Chicago. So yeah, way to go on
Yes,
that one. Very well done.
yes.
Do you have a scary movie or a horror movie that you like to watch around this time of year?
Oh, I mean, I loved the Scream series growing up.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, probably
Scream 1
the
is
classic.
really good. Yeah, it's
Yes,
so
yeah.
good, man.
Scream One's great, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies were good, or
Yeah.
Jaws. I'm
Yeah.
actually quite a big horror fan, so
Oh, no
um,
kidding. Good for you.
yeah, I do love a good fright. I'm probably bad at watching them before I go to bed though, and then it takes me
That's
2 or 3 hours to actually nod off, so it's a problem.
Got to keep the nightlight on in certain circumstances for sure. Yeah,
That's
I'm a
it.
big,
Yeah,
I'm a big Exorcist guy. You know, it's so classic, right? It's such a psychological thriller too, not just a scary movie. But also,
yeah,
I love Halloween 1. It's my absolute favorite. I've probably seen it, no kidding, like 100 times, and it just keeps
great
getting
movie.
better every time I see it. So it's an absolute classic. Favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, gee, I mean, America's definitely opened my eyes to more, but I think the Snickers bar is a classic for me.
Ooh, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I just always love to treat myself to a Snickers bar, probably more often than not. But yeah, I don't know. Reese's has become a passion of mine over here, though. You love
Yep.
Reese's.
Gotta love it. Yeah,
What
that's
about
my
you, Phil? I
favorite.
want to flip the table. What's yours?
You've literally listed my two favorite ones. Sticker bars and Reese's cups, man, are my number one. I love the little mini Reese's cups too. You feel like you can like eat like 5 of those, but I mean, I'm sure it's the same calorie count as the actual real one. But
Yeah,
I'm not going to stop myself from taking a little treat every once in a while. I ain't never hurt anybody. So let's. Do you have a favorite Halloween costume, or is it going to be the Pope in Chicago? Is that going to be your number one?
oh, it's definitely probably not my number one. And to be honest, I'm quite frightened to wear it. As you said, I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone, but
I'm
I'll
sure it'll be
go with
fun.
it. Geez, maybe I can dress up as a Woodgie now that I'm sort of
just take
sort of
just take the costume. What are they going to do? Fire you?
yeah, exactly. What would mine be? I reckon like dressing up as a minion from Despicable Me,
Yeah,
um, and just like making the funny noises and just not
that's
having a
great.
care in the world.
Yeah,
Probably a minion. Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a really good one right there for sure.
yeah.
Let's move over from Halloween talk to Free Jack talk. All right.
Just thought,
Who's your favorite Free Jack of all time?
oh
That's a,
wow,
that's a tough one.
this is a very tough one. I've seen 4 years of Free Jacks come through the
Yeah.
club, so
A lot of
it's
good
tough to
rugby.
name one.
A lot of good rugby.
A lot of great rugby. Oh, look, I've obviously got a soft spot for the guys that were out there in the community with me coaching, and I probably became, really close with them. And I'll rattle off two that I think, I owe a lot to for all of the community stuff that happened. And I don't think the Free Jacks would have the off-field success if it wasn't for them. And that's Andrew Quatrin and Ben Lesage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've both done, as you know, fantastic jobs in the community, and they go above and beyond. But they're great men as well. So I'm sure Q will enjoy me saying that. He might give me a nice message now, but probably just Q. Yeah, Q and Ben, two classics there. Good Free Jacks men, and there's I couldn't name one that I haven't enjoyed being around. So they're all
Yeah.
great guys.
I mean, you've listed two of the greatest of all time right there. Absolute legends as Free Jacks and just great men, as you were saying a moment ago. I'm surprised Q's not watching, but then again, he's about, 6 or 7 hours ahead of us at this point. Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour, Q. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
um, best hair on the team of all time that you've ever seen. What's the best hair for a Free Jack?
Yeah, I can't say Jason Potros, can I?
No.
I
Although
love
Bozo would say that.
yeah, love Potty though. I was talking to him earlier. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
He'll be up there with the top Free Jacks too. Best hair on the team. I mean, it's hard to go past the Eagle, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
like
it
that
really is.
hair. That hairdo has just become a cult hero of the Free Jacks, and it became so good that we had to sell the headband mullets one
That's
game.
right.
So yeah, I'll give that one to the Eagle.
Yeah, I think it is the best and most iconic for sure. What non-Free Jack MLR player have you seen over the past 4 seasons of following MLR that you would love to see in the red, white, and blue in the offseason? Who would you like them to sign?
Oh, that is a fantastic question.
Kenny said Billy Meeks last night, and I thought that was a really good shout.
Billy Meeks, yeah,
Yeah.
that is actually a really great shout. I'm just thinking through my head now. I really like Johan Momsen from Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a really good operator, South African, just a brutal enforcer.
Yep.
So he's definitely one there in the forwards that I think would easily fit into the Free Jacks mold. And yeah, I don't know obviously what his movements are with Houston folding, but I'd love to see him in the red, white, and blue. Then I'm trying to think of someone in the backs quickly to give you 2 answers.
Right.
Trying to think from Utah. Yeah, I think Joe Munno. I really like watching Joe Munno play.
Yeah. Fantastic rugby player, man, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those are really good. I'll tell you what, Johan Momsen, Dave and I have been calling him basically a Free Jack that has never worn the uniform.
Yeah.
He just seems like a Free Jack, but even though he never has been, maybe he will be this season. We never know in the upcoming season. We'll see.
Totally. Yeah. Come on, TK.
Yeah, get it done. Sign the contracts. What is the best Free Jack kit you've ever seen?
Best Free Jacks kit. That is a great. I mean, the Quincy one this year I think was awesome, just because it's so cool to have something as a part of Quincy's celebration there, the 400th. I think probably the original. Actually, I think it was the 2023 St. Patrick's Day kit.
Okay.
I really liked that one. The first year for St. Paddy's, we did like the stripes, which I thought was cool. But when we went full green, that's when I was like, yeah, this is really awesome.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so that's cool. And I like the sort of trucker petrol station or gas station one that we did as well, with just the font across the chest. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool for sure. I think I'm on record as saying one of my favorites is the Irish Heritage, where it's got the Claymore on it. I thought that was absolutely
that's the one.
Man. Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Favorite Fort Quincy festival?
Favorite Fort Quincy festival? I mean the Father's Day one for sure is my favorite. Just watching the Golden Oldies out there playing, which Phil, if I don't see that happen in the next 2 years,
how crazy is it that you're going to be have been hired by the Free Jacks, have been departing the Free Jacks, and still have not seen me play rugby in a Golden Oldies tournament?
Can't believe it. I've seen Chris Lind, Diamond Dave. I'm waiting for you, Phil.
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I'm on record as saying when Mags play, I will play. So there you go.
Yeah, I do love that. I was actually up at Mags's house on Friday for dinner. Me and TK went through there for a bit of a send off, which was really nice. And
love that.
Mags said, yeah, the Farm Best Father's Day is one of his faves too. And I think when we had Old Crow Medicine Show playing after the game, and
tremendous.
Wagon Wheel live at Veterans Stadium was that was top tier level experience.
Yeah. That was definitely my favorite concert at Fort Quincy, and I even saw Darius Rucker there, and still Old Crow Medicine Show tops the list for me. What an amazing accomplishment to get those guys. Like, people don't understand, like, they are a big deal, and to have them play after a Free Jack show is just mind-boggling to me. But favorite Free Jack memory of all time. This is a really tough one.
Oh, it's absolutely a tough one. Yeah, we mentioned that, I guess, the All Jacks, which is a proud moment and one that certainly will sit up there. I think probably the first championship in Chicago there would be my favourite, purely because, the first of something is always so special. And I see all the blood, sweat and tears that get poured into it by TK and Mags and all the staff here and the players, obviously. And just to see the club get that first one and the eruption after the final whistle and the brilliant night that we had there in Chicago was great. And we also had quite a few Kiwis in the team too that year, which was kind of special to share it with them and, yeah, just be across the other side of the world, living our dreams. So it was great. But, I mean, the one here in Pawtucket was so good because we could hop back on the bus and be around you guys at the stadium. That's my favourite celebration that we've had.
Yeah, that was amazing. Obviously, the final in Pawtucket is very, very special. But I agree with you. It's the first one in Chicago.
Yeah.
Just because we were big time. It felt like big time underdogs, and it was just so close. And it was just we didn't know how it was going to go. We barely led at any part in the game, and it was back and forth. And yeah, that was a very, very special. We never forget your first. We've got Bozo chiming in here. Whomever replaces Wills will have to earn their spot on the wall at the bunker. And also, he's going to give you a little shit here. While drove right past the bunker, but didn't hit me up.
Bozo, I've never been extended an invitation to the bunker, so maybe that I'm an alumnus of the club. I'll get that offer.
There you
But
go. There you
nah,
go.
great stuff, Bozo. We love the
Yeah,
bunker.
hell yeah. Two final things for you here, Wills. I appreciate your time.
Of course.
I'm sure you'll be watching the MLR from afar. What are you most looking forward to in MLR 2026?
Oh yeah, mate. I honestly personally think that the restructuring of the league is definitely a good long term move for the
Mhm.
future of rugby in this country.
Right.
And I can't wait to see the American players that I guess have been through the pathways here step up and play more of a role. I think it's a really exciting thing, and I wish nothing but the best for this league, and I've got no doubts that it will succeed. And it's kind of like a thousand-piece jigsaw puzzle, and you're short a few puzzle pieces, and when they fall into place, it's going to be a beautiful product. And I think that's really what MLR is. And I hope before the World Cup it skyrockets. But yeah, I think the games will be early in the morning, most of them on Sundays, so I'll be able to get up and have my
Okay.
my cup of my flat white, as they call it in New Zealand, and
Yeah.
my neighbours are probably going to hate me for yelling at the TV. So yeah, I mean, seeing Fort Quincy from afar is going to hurt me, but I'll be loud.
Appreciate your continued support all the way there in New Zealand, of course. And let's talk about the final thing here. We're going to open the floor and let you speak directly to the Free Jacks fans, the Rangers out there, as you depart from New England and on to greener pastures with the All Blacks, which is, again, amazing and awesome for you. What do you want to say to the Free Jacks fans out there?
Yeah, no, thanks, Phil. No, first of all, to you guys, I'll flip the coin to the Rangers and Bozo, Dom, and Dave. I know what it's like to put hours and effort into this podcast, and you guys do an absolutely wonderful job of keeping the fans informed, and you're going to be keeping me informed now from afar. So please keep it going.
Yes,
Mate,
sir.
you do wonderful stuff, and
Thank you.
yeah, to the fans and the wider community, this has been honestly the best 4 years of my life. I came here as a 21-year-old and probably a bit of a deer in headlights, and didn't really realize what I got myself into, and it just turned into the most amazing part of my life. I'm only 25, so hopefully I've still got a few years ahead of me, but the way you guys have welcomed me in and allowed me to be a part of this club has just been so cool, and I've loved getting to know each and every one of you, and meeting your families and getting to know you on a personal level. I'm going to hold these relationships and connections forever. And yeah, I think an example of that was Kenny and Barb were at the finish line for me at the Boston Marathon, and
Right.
picked me up and took me out for dinner. And it's just a prime example of the type of generosity that you guys really offer. So yeah, thanks for all you've done. I'm going to miss you all so dearly, but please flip me a message, and I'll keep the huzzahs coming nice and far.
Love that. Excellent, excellent send off for you, Wills, for sure. Appreciate everything that you've done over the past 4 years. To see the growth that you've had as a person and as a professional has been awesome. Best of
Thank
luck to you, man, for sure. And we'll say one final huzzah here. It's not goodbye. It's see you later, huh? 3, 2, 1,
you.
huzzah!
Huzzah!